Big news, a stunning development tonight. A Florida appeals court overturned the murder conviction and 40-year prison sentence of a former FBI agent linked to James Whitey Bulger. That means John Connolly could soon be a free man. Christina Hager has a look at the mob murder case and the court's decision.
John Connolly now eyeing the possibility of freedom after about a dozen years behind bars.
There's no reason for this man to be walking the streets.
The notorious South Boston gangster Whitey Bulger was convicted in the murder of Patricia Donahue's husband, Michael. Today is his birthday. And even though Connolly was never convicted of that crime, she says the ex-FBI agent gave Bulger protection and reason to kill during his reign of terror.
The victims have no justice, and the criminals get all the justice.
After Connolly was convicted of racketeering in Boston federal court in 2002, authorities moved him to Florida to stand trial in the 1982 murder of John Callahan, convicted and sentenced to 40 years. Bulger associate John Martirano in a 60 Minutes interview.
Do you think that John Connolly knew that you were going to kill Callahan?
Sure. He said it. He said, we're all going to go to jail the rest of our life if this guy doesn't get killed.
And now, in reversing Connolly's conviction, the Florida appeals court says Connolly's conviction for second-degree murder with a firearm should not have been reclassified to a life felony in order to circumvent the statute of limitation on the underlying first-degree felony.
It's an incredible saga.
Brian Kelly was part of the prosecution team that spent decades taking down Bulger and his crew.
It will now be up to the state authorities back here in Massachusetts to consider whether he should be charged in the Halloran and Donahue murders. It made no sense to do that before today because he was serving such a lengthy sentence in Florida.
So to be clear, this does not mean Connolly will walk free immediately. The ruling specifically says he'll remain in prison at least until all possible challenges to this decision are through. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll hear from Winter Hill Gang investigator Bob Long. There is no love lost between him and the ex-agent Connolly. He has some strong opinions about this. So Jonathan will be back in about an hour with that.
We'll look forward to that, Christina. And is